Right, Scott?
I'm an X-Man teaming up with some red guy. We're drawing. Deadpool and Wolverine tonight. Deadpool and Wolverine tonight. Deadpool and Wolverine tonight.
All righty. There's probably nobody watching yet, but as you can see in the ticker along the bottom, Oahu may be experiencing rolling outages today.
Oh, yeah.
So if one or all of us drop, we apologize in advance.
I don't know. So, Gwen said it might have been pushed back.
That's my usual
10.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They had a pipe burst or something. Pipe.
I don't know what it is. I know they have to shut down. They have to shut down a water pump or something.
So so one plant is down right now.
And they were saying to hopefully conserve some water.
Yeah. So in order to not overload the remaining plant, there will probably be rolling outages. So that's what we had to look forward to.
Your water stuff.
The other thing to put up front is we're talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't think there's any reasonable way to talk about this movie without throwing out spoilers.
Yeah.
So you can see along again in the ticker. Spoiler alert. Spoilers. We will have spoilers. I'm going to keep it. It'll be in the ticker running all night, but please don't come to me complaining later that you guys spoiled it. We're warning you up front.
Nobody watches it anyway, so we're good.
I don't get it.
So, and then let's see. Let me take the banner down. Like I said, the ticker will stay up, so you can see spoiler. And hey, somebody's watching.
Oh, cool.
I know Jane said she might not make it because of rolling outages. We'll see. Sometimes she watches, I guess.
Who?
Jane Pike.
Oh.
All right. We also need to let me see if we can hash this out up front too. Well, you guys start drawing your Deadpool Wolverine pieces. Schedule for next month.
Oh, somebody duked in. Jason.
Jason must have popped. Where's Drewby? I thought Drewby was going to join us. Is he on a power outage right now?
I don't know.
So some of the only one that I have firm is the 28th. That should be the 28th, not 27th. Jack Kirby's birthday, so we'll do Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
On the 28th.
Cool.
But the 7th, 14th, 21st. Some of the suggestions we had were like the 21st is Marie Severin's birthday, 14th is Gary Larson's birthday, 7th is Paul Dini's, 15th is David Nakayama, 20th is Lovecraft. We start getting everybody's birthdays. It's we're gonna miss somebody.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
somebody would be offended.
Well, I guess the thing is something too. It's like if we are gonna get like we did mention a lot of people. It's like unless they have like a specific style, it's kind of hard to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
so, I was thinking, for Lovecraft rather than do Lovecraft. Because Lovecraft's kind of a problematic individual anyway.
What is Lovecraft?
H.P. Lovecraft.
Cthulhu.
So for Lovecraft, I was thinking Eldritch Horrors. What do you think? You just draw monsters and Cthulhu's and
didn't we just do that?
Shimagora. Huh?
Didn't we just do that?
Yeah, we did a monster thing. Well, we did a monster thing one time, right?
That was just made up monsters, yeah. But this would be like Eldritch. So like Cthulhu, Shimagora, Eliath, stuff like that.
Okay.
So you look up all your Eldritch Horrors.
Just think of a octopus head.
How about the Far Side on the 14th?
Okay.
Yeah.
The Far Side. You all familiar with the Far Side?
Yeah.
And then for the 21st, I'm flexible on the 21st. Anybody have a topic they want to do on the 21st?
Isn't that guy nobody likes day coming up?
That guy nobody likes day coming. Spider-Man Day?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
There's Andrew.
Hello.
Hello. He's changing it from Cthulhu to what was it?
No, I'm changing it from Lovecraft to Eldritch Horrors. Because like I said, Lovecraft's kind of problematic. he's a kind of a racist guy.
I mean, it's not so problematic as long as the only time you have a problem is if you don't hate, Asians and black people.
Yeah. So we'll just do Eldritch Horrors. We won't have to talk about Lovecraft.
Hate crap.
Ron, give me a topic for the 21st. Something light.
Ooh.
Oh, Ron's here.
For the 21st?
Ron, you can't say cats and kittens because we just did one.
Ooh.
I thought we were doing Pokemon.
You want to do vehicles? Huh?
Nah, let's not do vehicles.
Spaceship!
Spaceships?
Spaceship! Spaceship!
No vehicle.
playing.
No, nothing to do with perspectives or anything like that.
No, that's fine. You do it every now and then.
Anti-perspective.
Anti-perspective. Well, that's
Just
the way
totally
you guys
mess
do
it up.
That's the way you guys do
Intentionally.
perspectives, right?
Did you say hentai perspective?
Yes.
Hentai. Hey, there you go. Hentai. There you go. Thanks, Drew. So, 21st is hentai. Go look it up if you don't know what that is.
Can we do it without doing the graphic?
Okay,
Is there a PG hentai?
I don't think there's such thing as that.
Yeah, I think that defeats the.
We're rated TVMA for language, not visuals.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, never mind then.
Yeah, we could.
I mean,
well.
there's nothing inherently perverted about tentacles. It's just as long as you don't show them going any place they should.
We're doing Eldritch Horrors at the beginning of the month, so you can draw your tentacles then.
Okay. Fair enough.
No, I don't know.
Come on, Ron, give me a chance to pick a topic. The Juggalos.
Juggalos.
David Lee Roth?
Oh, David Lee Roth.
Well, I could do, I don't know, wrestlers.
There you go.
Wrestlers? Okay.
Putting
it down.
Wrestlers.
I don't know much about wrestlers, but I'm putting it down.
But they have to be from the 80s.
80s wrestlers.
Yeah.
I thought we did wrestlers. Oh, no.
Did we?
Because I thought that's why I did Hulk Hogan and all that. But,
Why didn't we do something like that?
All right.
Yeah.
So
You can do it again.
Far Side, 80s wrestlers, and Jack Kirby. All right, that's our schedule for August. And tonight's topic is Deadpool and Wolverine. Spoilers. I understand Jason hasn't seen it, right?
Nope.
I haven't seen
You're
it.
okay getting spoiled, right?
Spoil it all you want, guys.
All right. Scott, have you seen it?
Nope.
All right. And you're okay being spoiled?
I don't get the idea of, oh no, I'm being spoiled. If you see it and you see it again, it's already spoiled, so you cannot complain about it anymore. It doesn't make sense.
He's already seen all the spoilers. So
Okay.
Yeah, there was a Batman reference.
Ron, have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I've seen all the posting of the, I guess the spoiler postings. So,
Well, okay. And I know Scott. I know Drew and John have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my main thing right off the bat is I got to give these guys some props for keeping a lot of these things under wraps for as long as they did.
Yeah.
Because
I was impressed.
I did not expect to see Blade.
yeah.
Elektra, or Gambit.
Gambit. Jeez.
So that's
Juggernaut.
pretty impressive. They were able to keep that under wraps.
I even saw the Henry
I like the
Cavill
fact-
Wolverine.
I like the fact they trolled who's Lady Deadpool forever, and they still never revealed who it was. Although we all know, Blake
Yeah.
Lively's claims to have been the
Yeah.
Lady Deadpool.
She's in the credits.
She's
On
in
the
credits.
she's in the credits as Lady Deadpool. So
I think they said didn't their daughter play do the voice of Kidpool?
Yeah, I think one of them, Kidpool.
Yeah, and Baby
Yeah,
Pool.
that's another thing. Like all those
Matthew.
what do you call that? What do you call that gaggle of Deadpools? I know there's a name for it.
What, the core?
The Deadpool Corps, yeah. So
Yeah.
the Deadpool Corps, there's a lot of well-known people that were, it's like these people that sneak into Star Wars as stormtroopers all the time. Well, Matthew
Yeah,
McConaughey was Matthew McConaughey
he was the
Western-
cowboy one.
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion,
Nathan Fillion was Headpool.
Headpool.
Tom Holland's brother was the British one.
Oh, was he? Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Fun.
I saw Lady Deathstrike in the crowd.
Yeah, but that wasn't Kelly Hu.
Oh,
Some people
wasn't?
says like that's Kelly Hu, and I'm like that was not Kelly Hu.
I'm still confused about that because it's credited as Kelly Hu, but it didn't
Is it?
look like Kelly Hu to me.
No, that was not Kelly Hu. Just the same thing with like Toad. They insisted it was Ray Park, and I'm like, that was not Ray Park.
No. The Toad was the guy that replaced Ray Park.
Yeah,
Ray
see,
Park,
but
Ray Park obviously can't be the Toad.
right. But that's the thing. They
But he was
They
the
claimed it
original
was.
Toad, right?
yeah.
Yeah, Ray Park was the original Toad, but the Toad in the other X-Men movies when he makes cameos was the same guy.
Yeah.
Just like Pyro wasn't the original Pyro, it was
Right.
the guy that replaced the original Pyro.
That was the original Pyro.
Yeah, that was
No.
him. Wasn't it?
From First Strike, right?
No, from the early X-Men movie.
X-Men 2, right? That was him from X-Men 2, right?
That was the same Pyro.
Yeah.
We'll look it up in a minute.
Although he defeated Human Torch rather easily.
That was fun too.
Yeah, well, that's the other one that they kept under wraps pretty well. Was like I wasn't expecting to see Chris Evans in,
Yeah.
especially not as the Human Torch.
He's gonna say it.
He's gonna say it. Avengers, flame on!
But it's nice that they brought everyone back. I mean, like Yukio is back, and what's his name? Peter. Peter's back.
Yeah, Peter Poole and those huge nuts. What the hell?
What about the original X-Force? Were they in there?
No, just
There's mention of it.
Just Peter.
yeah,
Oh no,
But,
Shatterstar.
Shatterstar.
Shatterstar. Yeah.
Oh, he survived, or from
What about
another?
Yeah, he's a.
Domino
Domino?
wasn't there.
No.
yeah, that was a disappointment for me. And those Azzy Beats.
She wasn't there.
She wasn't there. No.
It was not
Oh.
there.
Oh, Vanisher was there, wasn't he?
Who?
I didn't see him. He might have been.
Yeah, I'm
He was
pretty sure
vanished.
he was. Brad Pitt, I think.
John Cena.
No.
Robert Downey Jr.
Let me ask you that. Hey, Drew, you're the resident trivia guy. Was the guy on the gate supposed to be the Blob?
I don't know. Which
I mean,
guy?
I know it's obviously not the guy that played the Blob in the X-Men movies, but they had that really huge guy on the gate,
Was
like open.
What did he
what
look
about
like?
that?
He's a big dude.
Kind of like
That's why I was wondering if he was supposed to be the Blob.
What was he wearing?
I thought he had
Just
a
like a
goatee
t-shirt.
and all that. Who was the guy with the red and white shirt? That was my question. And then later on, he
Red.
blew
Oh,
up.
that's the Russian.
Is that his name? The Russian?
I think that's that's what he's called.
Did the Lieb Schreiber what's his name? Sabretooth show up?
Sabretooth was there.
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it was
No,
different.
It's Tyler
it
May.
was, yeah, Tyler Mane.
The original from the original movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't like Leap Shriver as Sabretooth. Just didn't look right.
So I'm looking at IMDb for the cast,
Okay.
and this is for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay.
And so you got Aaron Stanford, who played Pyro in this, is the same guy who played him in X2. So there's that guy.
Okay.
Let's see. We got-
Is Kelly Hugh credited? Because it didn't look like Kelly Hugh to me.
No, that wasn't her.
I haven't made it
Credit?
down there. Like, I'm looking.
I thought she was credited.
I just see somebody named Billy Clements as the Russian. I don't know who that is. Mike Waters was Blob.
I want to say the Russian is from the Punisher, isn't he?
Maybe. I never seen Punisher.
Which
I guess you're right.
So
It was the Blob.
I don't see a Lady Deathstrike listed in the credits.
Hmm.
So
And Blake Lively was Lady Deadpool.
she was Lady Deadpool. But I made a point of looking for that at the movie, and in the movie theater I saw that it said Blake Lively was Lady Deadpool.
Oh, okay.
And I saw that Nathan Fillion was Deadpool, and I saw that Matthew McConaughey was the Cowboy Deadpool. But that's all I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like I don't even see. But again, I'm not going by the movie. I'm just going by what it says on IMDb. But IMDb doesn't even list Lady Deathstrike. So it says Daniel Medito Ramos was Toad. That's it. Somebody named Olin. I'm guessing that's Ryan Reynolds' progeny is Olin Reynolds with Baby Pool. Inez Reynolds was Kid Pool.
Mm-hmm.
So, all this nepotism going on.
Yep. They're Nepo kids.
Somebody named James Reynolds was a screaming mutant. Rob McElhenney, who
Sonny.
from Always Sunny, but also he's the co-owner of that soccer team with Ryan Reynolds. He was one of the TVA soldiers, apparently, that gets slaughtered.
Oh.
He's in there also.
Apparently, I wouldn't have recognized him. The TVA guys mostly have like helmets and stuff on.
Man, the fighting was like crazy in that show. Nuts.
The fight in the Honda Odyssey that was insane. That was.
It's such a small area to like try to like jump in and out of it and fight and everything. It's like, yeah,
that was bananas. I was like, I could hardly believe what I was watching. It was crazy.
Plus, I mean, even in the opening credits too, when he's dancing to In Sync.
That was crazy, but it was like that was in slow-mo mostly.
That's
so
true.
And you knew that there was a certain amount of CG in there. That fight in the Odyssey was just like so crazy.
Yeah. And that's what this. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, that was my favorite fight in the movie.
Yeah. Well, they're saying too that in that dance scene in the intro, it was one of the members of In Sync actually dressed as Deadpool dancing.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, why it was so accurate. Yeah. But yeah,
So there's been a lot of talk, like, because like I guess, and I don't want to like bring the room down or anything. I'm just saying, like,
I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Ray
Ray
Thomas,
Thomas, yeah.
apparently, he's apparently
Yeah,
all miffed that his name wasn't higher up on the, I guess, on the credits.
come
Like
on.
on the, but you know, there's a lot of controversy over what his contribution to, Wolverine
Wolverine.
was, and like I'm not trying to throw shade at Roy Thomas because, I mean, the guy had a heck of a career in comics, and that's no, this, but I feel like he's hurting his image by doing all this nonsense about Wolverine. But it's like, I mean, Len Wein wrote that issue of Hulk that he appeared in. Len Wein did that giant size X-Men where Wolverine joins the X-Men. I don't know. I feel like Len Wein certainly deserves a lot of credit. But I mean, there's also, but I mean, he's also dead, so it's like real easy to, contradict a dead person, But I don't know. It's like, but on top of that, it's like John Romita Sr. designed the costume, right? But originally, he almost looked like a luchador. Like, John Romita gave him a kind of almost a sort of luchador style mask. And I'd read that originally they thought the claws were going to be part of the costume.
Mm-hmm. Is it retractable?
Yeah. And I think it was Dave Cockrum who decided to make them like the claws a part of a Wolverine.
What did Herb Trimp do?
Herb Trimp drew the comic that he first appeared in.
Oh, okay.
And I think he deserves credit for that for sure.
Yeah.
But it was based on John Romita's designs.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then and it's like, so Cockrum was the guy who drew him first without the mask. So the iconic haircut and sideburns, that came from Cockrum.
Mm-hmm.
And supposedly Cockrum based him off a character that was in the movie Slapshot. So I guess since it's like, he's a Canadian guy and Canada loves hockey, he based him off of a hockey guy from the movie Slapshot. And I've seen pictures of the guy. The guy does have some very impressive, mutton chop sideburns. So, but it's like, but it's hard to pinpoint because this is a character who's been around for, what is it, like 50 years now?
Right.
And
Yeah.
and it's like all of these people have contributed to the Wolverine story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, Len Wein may have been the first writer to handle him, but Claremont wrote him for 17 years. I mean, Claremont deserves some credit there. And then you factor in all the other people who have added to the whole Wolverine mythos over the years. I don't know. It's like, it's really hard for these characters for like Marvel and DC. It's very difficult to say, well, who deserves, the majority of the credit for this.
Right. Now, I was reading something else, based on that, and they were saying that like they don't think Roy's the one who said that. It's like, I guess he has a handler or something like that, and that guy might have kind of like stirred the pot.
Could be.
Yeah.
But sometimes these guys, look, and to be fair, it ain't like Marvel and DC treat these guys that well,
Yeah.
For everything that they've done and all that's been done with the things that the properties they worked on, how much appreciation does Disney or Warner Brothers really give these guys?
Well,
not much at all.
So I can understand trying to get, especially if you're an older guy and you're not getting that much work anymore, and you got bills to pay, and prescriptions to fill and all this nonsense. It gets hard. So, I can't fault anybody for trying to get a piece of the action, But even Deadpool, okay, like Liefeld created the character, but I don't think Liefeld imagined much for Deadpool beyond him being like a villain of the week, Like he popped up in New Mutants '98, and that was probably he was gonna to fight the New Mutants along with like two other characters. I think Barbaric was it Forearm, and I can't remember the other one. But it's like it was fan response. The letters came in at, I guess people liked Deadpool, and so then the editor Bob Harris told them to bring him back. So then by that time they'd started. New Mutants was canceled, and they renamed the book to X-Force. So then Deadpool comes back for X-Force #2, and that's the last time for a long stretch that Liefeld touched the character, because after that, all the other subsequent Deadpool appearances were done by other, Fabian Nicieza was the writer who wrote a lot of it, and then you had like what was it, Madura, I think was one of the main artists to work with him, and then Ed McGuinness, and I think it was Joe Casey was the writer. And then you had Mark Waid even, contributed some to Deadpool. So it's like there's so many people that have added. So who deserves it? Yeah, Liefeld, he basically like made him he drew him as a mixture of Snake Eyes and Spider-Man. And he gave him the name as sort of a nod to George Perez's Slade Wilson.
Oh yeah, totally.
But and I'm not saying like, look, Liefeld deserves credit. I'm not contesting that. But there's just so many people who have contributed to it and added all these things to it. It's like I don't know. I don't know that you could really pin it down. Anyway, I'm done soapboxing.
No.
I want to hear more.
Look, I love it when these guys get recognized, and I love it when the people who make the movies decide to fly them out and show them a good time. I mean, Rick just got to come out for something,
Yeah, for Thor, yeah.
For Thor,
Lady Thor, yeah.
Which is awesome. I mean, I think it's great that they show, there's people out there that show appreciation to the people who worked on the source material. But when you start talking about like royalties and rights and all this stuff, I feel like it gets really murky when you take into account how many different people handle these things.
Yeah.
All right. Now what?
Well, thanks for tuning in. See you guys next.
There's the scene where he's trying to find a Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
You get all the
Comic
different
accurate
versions.
size Wolverine.
Short King Wolverine.
Yeah,
The short Wolverine was hilarious.
How tall is he in the comic? I mean, it's
5'3", right?
5'4".
5'3", 5'4", somewhere around there. Yeah.
Okay. That's funny. Yeah. And then there was what was the different Wolverines? There was
what's the one from the 90s where he's got missing a hand?
That's the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I have that comic.
And then the one on the X.
Yeah, that's from the cover of X-Men.
Yeah, who
Mark
was
Silvestri.
the Henry Cavill Wolverine?
I think that was just some fan casting that they threw in for SMGs.
Oh, what was the one that he was in the white suit with the eye patch at the poker table?
That's Patch.
Oh, okay.
There was like when Wolverine first got his like ongoing solo comic, he was living. He was under like an assumed identity in this fictional Southeast Asian country called Madripoor.
Yeah.
And during that period, Wolverine wears an eye patch. I think it's because his eye actually gets hurt, and it takes time for his eye to regenerate. Like cuts and things like that seem to regenerate quick, but to regenerate an entire eye takes him a little while.
Yeah.
So,
because you know what?
The eye patch denotes like evil version of something, you know.
Well,
like Spock.
Pink eye is serious, right? It's a serious thing.
well, he was fighting this dude, and I think the dude's name was like Razor Fist. He had like swords for hands, and the dude pokes him right in the eye.
No,
that's Shang-Chi villain, Razor Fist.
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't Razor Fist, but I remember it was a dude who had swords for hands.
Oh, okay. And Razor Fist. He's Shang-Chi's villain. They made a crossover.
Maybe crossed over. Yeah.
But it was like that Wolverine comic. It was, I think Claremont was writing it, and then John Buscema was drawing it. And I think the thing they were trying to do was to sort of give it more of like an adventure, because in the first few issues of it, Wolverine was never in costume. He was always wear kind of like a black sort of cat burglary kind of suit, and he had an eye patch, and he would be wearing a tuxedo when he's hanging out in the casino.
Right.
But he was, he was sort of like Humphrey Bogart in Casablanca, and he was like, it was an adventure, comic. Yeah. So he was like running in the jungle and lost treasures and like, smugglers and pirates and all this stuff. And I don't know, because Buscema famously hated drawing superheroes, and I think like the way that they can enticed him to draw the book was that it'll be an adventure book. It won't be a superhero book. And so, and to be honest, he did a good job, and I think Klaus Janson was inking him on a lot of it. It looked really good. And then I think they kind of gave in to pressure, and then reintroduced the costume and made it more of a standard superhero book.
Darren wrote half an hour ago, and he said it was the best Deadpool movie ever.
Okay, I still go with Logan, but I'm sorry. Wolverine. Logan's the best Wolverine movie still, but
okay.
Best Deadpool movie? Sure, I guess.
There's only been 3, right?
Yeah, this is the third one.
Yeah.
Some people haven't liked it.
And then there was the other scene, the one where it's like, it's the John Byrne brown.
Oh yeah,
and, yellow.
Yeah, no, see, that's my Wolverine. Like it
had the claws and the Hulk and the reflection of the claws. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that was great from the McFarlane cover.
Yeah, so that's the one that you grew up with.
Yeah, the brown costume is when I started reading X-Men.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of remember that starting. No, actually, I remember the Giant Size X-Men when the team went to Krakoa.
Krakoa, yeah. The Living Island.
Yeah. That's when the first.
Was it called Savage Land first?
Savage Land is a whole other place. Krakoa is actually an island that is alive.
Yeah. And so you had, I remember like Sunfire was in there, and
Thunderbird, Sunfire, Banshee, Thunderbird,
Storm.
So you had Ego, the living planet, and you had Krakoa, the living island.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And Mumra, the ever living.
That's right. Uh, Thundercats.
Oh, come on,
Um,
Scott. You should have said that.
What'd you guys think of the Cajun accent?
Oh,
I thought it was pretty good from the
I thought it
saw.
was funny.
the costume was pretty accurate.
Yeah, but he didn't have the red eyes, the dark
No.
people.
Well,
in
actually, when he fires the thing, his eyes turn red. When he shoots
Oh.
when he throws the cards, I noticed that it kind of changes his eyes color change.
Yeah, but I think Gambit's
Yeah.
eyes are supposed to be like they're always like black or something.
They're always red.
Yeah, black with the red pupils, right?
Right. And that's just me being nitpicky. I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. But Wesley
Well,
Snipes, that was crazy.
The thing with Gambit's costume for me though is like it looks so smooth. It was more like the animated version.
Oh,
It did look because like usually all the Marvel movies, everybody's got all these like greeblies and like all this texture on their costume, and Gambit looked like he was walking around in like the latex or something. Very
Right?
very
The suit looks smooth, right? It just look.
yeah.
I mean, all the other costumes have texture and other stuff, accents and stuff. His just looks smooth. It's like the animated version of the costume in live action.
That was the only version of Gambit? That guy who played John Carter didn't show up?
No,
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot that guy had played. He was Gambit in one of the Wolverine movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what
The
about
Wolverine.
that Deadpool? You know, when they I don't know,
No, the horrible Deadpool.
yeah. Did that
Yeah.
Deadpool show?
Well,
no, but
in the end of Deadpool 2, Deadpool kills him. So
But there was no other version.
no,
no.
not that. Well, not that version. There's a whole bunch of Deadpools, but not that Deadpool.
Oh.
And no other Gambit other than the Channing Tatum.
Like,
I
I
know
don't know.
Channing-
I didn't know hardly any of the Deadpools because I wasn't a big Deadpool guy.
I came into Deadpool later.
Like the short arms, Drew. What Deadpool is that? He looks like kind of.
no, wasn't that
The-
like how like remember the second movie when he regenerated and had like baby legs?
Yeah, that
No,
was
there's a full-grown Wolverine, but it looks kind of like Uatu the Watcher, but he's got like little arms.
Yeah, because his arms probably got cut off. And remember in the second one when he had to grow it back and it was like baby arms? So it's like, baby legs and it slowly grows back.
there was like the Japanese Deadpool. His arms got chopped off and then they grew back and he had baby arms in one.
Yeah,
of the
so
scenes.
it's in the process of growing back. Yeah,
I got you
Is it?
now. Okay.
yeah.
Japanese Deadpool?
Yeah, there's a Japanese Deadpool.
I
there was
didn't
like-
say I didn't know all the Deadpools, so you know.
The one that's like, okay, how long does it take you to regenerate? Regenerate?
Oh yeah, nice pool.
Crap.
You know,
Don't
the funny
regenerate?
thing is, like, I swore they were saying knife pool, and it wasn't until I looked at the credits. It's nice pool,
Nice pool. Yeah, because he's the nice guy.
but it sounded like they were saying knife pool to me the whole movie. Knife pool.
Which Deadpool was
That's
all
funny.
white?
And then you get dog pool.
Yeah,
Um,
the dog is hideous.
I think there was a Deadpool. Like there was a costume that was white.
Yeah.
I think it was in one of the incarnations of X-Force that came like maybe in the early 2000s. Not 100% on that.
I remember the gray one. Wasn't that a gray one from X-Force?
Yeah, I think you're right. It's gray, not white. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the white one.
No,
Yeah.
Okay.
there's both in the
Yeah.
Deadpool core. There's the gray one, and there's also the white one that's got kind of like almost like a British line thing on it.
Oh.
That was Welsh Pool.
Welsh pool. There we go.
Well,
That was it's actually a dragon. It's the Welsh
Yeah.
flag.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Hey, was Cable in
Right.
there?
Apologies to all you Welsh folks out there.
yeah. No, but it was
No.
mention of Cable in the
Yeah.
beginning. Yeah.
But yeah, no Josh Brolin.
There was a Stan Lee thing in there.
And that wasn't Vinnie Jones as Juggernaut, right?
No, I think it was the guy who played Juggernaut in Deadpool 2.
Was it Juggernaut in Deadpool 2?
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought he played
that was
Juggernaut.
CGI. Though.
Yeah. I thought it was Ryan Reynolds.
Aaron Reed. That was Aaron Reed.
I don't know.
Like I said, I mean, I know the one in Deadpool 2 was a CGI thing, but
Yeah.
I don't know if he may have been the voice behind it. But
It was Ryan
Yeah,
Reynolds'
maybe.
butt.
one of the memorable scenes, the opening sequence when he is using the adamantium bones of Wolverine to fight
He
the
digs up.
TVA.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
What about Old Man Logan? Was he in there?
You do see,
Yes.
you'll see some
There's
old
some
man Logan.
flashbacks.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like Clint Eastwood. But yeah, the movie was a lot of fun. There's a lot. I got to watch it again because I just know there's a bunch of stuff you missed the first watch. You know what I mean? It's one of those kind of.
Some of the lines are just so great. It's just
lots
like,
of Easter eggs.
yeah.
And it's funny because everybody's saying, "Oh, Disney will never make an R-rated Wolverine." This is the raunchiest, most violent Wolverine or Deadpool movie so far. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that line? It's not the first time for pegging for me, but it is for Disney.
Yeah.
Well, that was in
Yeah.
the trailer, so that wasn't a surprise. You know.
Exactly. I still found it funny.
Yeah. Or like he totally goes off. He talks about Fox and everything.
Yeah, when he's in the TVA talking to the Paradox.
Yeah.
And that fourth wall break where he like grabs the
Yeah.
camera and the microphone, suck it, Fox.
Suck it, Fox. That's fun. Yeah, I was laughing hard on that one.
Oh gosh, it says in Deadpool 2, Ryan Reynolds voiced Juggernaut.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think the Juggernaut in this movie is just a new guy. I don't think he's played him before.
What about that kid from New Zealand in the second movie?
No.
Oh, he was,
Russell?
I don't think he was there.
Russell.
There was a cab driver in the beginning.
Yeah, Dopinder.
The cab driver was at least in there.
Well, it's like because you see that in the trailer, he's having a party with his friends. And Dopinder's in that
Yeah.
scene.
Hi, Yukio.
Yes.
Sorry, you had to see that.
Colossus is in there.
Colossus in there, yeah, in the beginning.
That party scene. Yeah.
They're throwing a birthday party for him. That's why. So he gets his
Leslie
closest
Uggam.
friends together. Yeah.
That's the scene Shatterstar shows in. Is like, wait, did Shatterstar die?
No, when he fixes the timeline in Deadpool 2, Shatterstar is back.
I remember him saving Peter, but I don't remember him saving Shatterstar. But it's just my old man memory.
Peter.
What about that one character, Zeitgeist, that pukes?
Oh, that's from the Ecstatics. It was X-Force, and then they changed it to Ecstatics. Yeah, I remember Zeitgeist.
He came back.
I don't think he was in it.
Oh,
I remember him.
Yeah, I think Shatterstar and Peter are the only ones that made it out of the X Factor or X-Force.
X-Force. So Domino never showed up then.
No.
Yeah, that was a disappointment for me, like I said. Because I just like looking at Sassy Beats.
Oh, you got to see Happy.
She's easy on the eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, Happy Hogan's there, though.
Yeah.
What the heck is
Oh, we're
He's
standing.
applying-
Oh, we're doing
He's
the
applying for a
standing.
job at Stark.
Take
When are we gonna see
your
the man?
medicine. Take your medicine.
Yeah, time to take the medicine.
Pretty soon
Oh,
it's gonna be a different song. Like, put it to like corn or something. Sugar medicine.
System of a Down.
Yeah. Uh,
How we doing on time?
They did that song Sugar, right?
45 minutes. Randy Company says, "Sup, guys?"
there was a lot of songs in this one. I was surprised.
Randy, we got spoilers going on. I don't know if you want to be here for this.
Yeah.
Sandy said she hadn't seen the movie yet, so
Oh, Sandy's here? Oh, yeah.
I did
No,
not
no.
say that. I haven't said anything.
She's just absorbing it.
I thought you weren't coming. I thought you hadn't seen it.
I thought you worked tomorrow early.
I do work tomorrow.
Oh.
She misses our
Sandy.
banter.
Long time
We
no
haven't
see.
seen her in a
Sandy.
while. Yeah, we haven't seen her in
Thanks
a
for
while. It's good.
Yeah.
This is Deadpool. Deadpool's always fun.
You missed the when the old folks talk, Sandy?
The old folks.
Old man Ron.
Yeah.
Like old man Logan. Old man Ron.
I think you guys are good on the old until you get like dentures and stuff, and canes, walkers.
Texas Walkers.
Yeah, Texas Walker.
I'll get those teeth that they screw into your head. Those dental
Oh, yeah.
implants. Those-
You gotta make
I
it.
see-
Drew's
see
gonna make it look
commercials
like fangs, like Dracula fangs.
Yeah,
That
they
was
I see some commercials for that. But they do
One
like
of the other girls.
I want mine to look like hillbilly teeth.
No one, yikes.
Hey, don't you have some of those? I thought I saw you in a Halloween costume one time with those big fake teeth.
I think I made them using Starburst candy,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
sorry.
right. With Starburst candy.
or it might have been like bubble gum with peanuts in it or something. But I'll do weird stuff like that. But I don't have any
I remember
store-bought.
seeing a photo of you with like those big teeth.
Yeah, I do that, but they're made out of candy. I don't have any store-bought ones. I have to make
Alright.
my own.
It's on his birthday list.
It's coming up.
Coming up, he's gonna get like 12 pairs of fake teeth.
yours too, Drew. Your August baby also.
No, next September.
September. Eh.
Do you
21st, right?
remember?
21st night.
The 19th.
Oh, man.
It's not the
Can't sing the
21st.
song now.
Do
Scott
you
wants to sing the
remember?
song.
21st day, September.
It could be 19th day.
I love that
We
song.
can
What
change
do you
it.
think
Is it
about
19th or
what
21st?
do you think about Wesley Snipes throwing shade at the Blade movie?
Well, I mean, after seeing him in Deadpool, he looks like he could still be Blade. So if we live in a world where Wesley Snipes can be Blade, why aren't we having Wesley Snipes be Blade?
What was that one line?
There is no other Blade.
Yeah, the one. It's
Something like
where'd
that.
that gun from? Yeah,
And then he,
where'd that gun from? The Punisher. Which one? There were like 5 of them. There's only one. There's only one blade.
Oh, was the Punisher in there?
Just mentioned.
like I said, that
Oh, the
Russian,
part
the
when-
character you talk about with the red and white striped shirt, the Russian is from the Thomas Jane Punisher movies.
Oh,
Ah, that's actually Big Sexy, Kevin Nash.
Yeah, he's a wrestler. Now there's a fun, well, maybe not so fun trivia, but there's a scene in the movie where Punisher or the Russian gets stabbed, and he was actually stabbed, but he's such a big guy and everything, he just like rolled with it.
Yeah. I heard that story. Well, it's Kevin Nash, so
But I mean, you can find the clip on YouTube where Kevin Nash actually gets stabbed in the movie as the Russian.
Crazy.
It's just keeps going.
I've heard that the Ray Stevenson one was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Warzone? Was it Warzone?
If you haven't seen Warzone, I recommend it.
Yeah.
I'll check it
I
out.
think it's probably the best Punisher movie.
I've never been a big Punisher guy. I feel like I never was really that into Punisher, and I was never really into Green Lantern, just because I always felt like they're just guys who have a thing. Like Punisher's got guns, Green Lantern's got a ring. It's like anybody can pick up a gun, anybody can put on the ring. They didn't
Like
really
Batman.
seem special.
I'm just kidding.
Anyone can wear
I
the
don't know.
mask.
Not everybody, can wear a mask. I mean, you could, but you couldn't do the same thing he did.
But
I don't know.
So you never got into it. Did you get into him later? Like you're
Punisher?
Yeah.
I mean, I've read some comics that I thought were well done. There's like I think he's Argentinian. The artist name Jorge Zafino. He had drawn some issues of Punisher, and they're phenomenal. And I love Mike Zeck and the stuff that Mike Zeck did. I think
Mike
was great.
Zeck. Yeah.
And then there's another artist who did it like a few issues in the '90s named Frank Karen. And his style is crazy. Like I don't know. Like every once in a while, I'd see a guy that I really like the art for it, but for the most part, I never was really big into Punisher.
Okay. Fair.
I only have the one drawn by Jim Lee.
Yeah, and Jim Lee did a good job on it. Not
That was
throwing
like
no
his
shade
first
on
one,
Jim
right?
Lee.
That was like his first.
Actually, his first book for Marvel was Alpha Flight.
Oh.
Alpha Flight.
What was the Tick's version of the Punisher? It was like Big Gun or something.
I like Night Flight. You guys remember Night Flight?
Night Flight. I'm thinking of Fright Night.
The TV series?
No.
Night Flight?
Night Flight was on what, the USA channel?
Videos, NBC.
USA, yeah, Night Flight.
Yeah.
I remember Up All Night. I don't know if I remember.
Oh yeah, with Rhonda Shear,
Robert
Gilbert Gottfried.
I don't remember Night Flight. Was it like Up All Night? Did they play like movies and stuff, or what did they do?
Nah, they just played music
Music
videos.
videos.
Really.
I think it was on NBC. Late night.
I remember NBC used to have Friday night videos.
Is that where they first featured Aeon Flux, or no?
MTV.
Aeon Flux was on Liquid Television on
MTV,
MTV.
right? Yeah, that's okay.
You ready for a first round of looks, or
Sure.
how we doing?
Taking my time on this one.
I don't know. I'm in sketch mode tonight, so
Yeah.
because I'm trying to draw the whole team.
Oh, there you go. That's good. A lot of Deadpool.
No. All right, here's John. Let's see. Here's John. John's ready.
I did it.
How are all the cool superheroes red and blue? Is that how we're doing it?
Hey.
Oh.
Para, 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 para.
I don't know why, but I started cracking up.
So I'm in sketch mode, so here's I'm starting to do the whole
Oh,
crew.
that's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
This is when they're getting ready to have the
23,
fight with
yeah.
Cassandra.
Yeah.
It was usually this, and if I finish this one, the next thing I want to draw is the Cassandra with her fingers in Deadpool's head.
So that bald lady is Professor X?
It's
That's
Professor
just a
X's his evil twin.
Oh.
They actually somebody posted that,
who's
like
next?
they showed the
Scott, you ready?
picture in the comic with had that the fingers to the guy's face.
Yeah.
There's Scott taking his medicine. Jason, you got something to show? Jason? Okay, there we go. Oh, dog
pool.
pool.
There you go.
That,
What was it? Mary Poppins.
There's a
Mary
scene there where
Poppins.
Mary
looking
Poppins. excuse me.
Deadpool's face for like a minute straight, and I just
And then he started licking it back.
yeah. It's,
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
I was thinking that dog's breath can't be good.
You gotta hand it to Ryan Reynolds. He was committed to the part.
Yeah, he was.
Drew, you ready?
Okay.
Chimichanga?
He's enjoying the chimichanga.
Oh, there you go.
Get some takeout.
Yeah, you know what? They never really talk about that too much in the movie. I thought they would talk more about chimichangas and stuff like that, but they don't really tend to
They got
do that.
shawarma.
They had shawarma, yes.
Sandy,
If you go to Jack in the Box, they have chimichangas. They have mini chimichangas at Jack in the Box.
Oh wow.
Who's the one blowing up?
It's the shirt ripoff from the end of the movie.
Shirt rip off.
When
Oh,
Wolverine's shirt.
yeah. When he goes shirtless,
Yeah.
and everybody starts to swoon.
I like Deadpool's reaction with the hands to his face. That's great.
Ron, you're not showing anything, right?
No.
Okay, back to the sketch.
Why don't
Scott,
you
let me know
share
when
with
you're back so you can show. I think Scott's taking his medicine.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
So I saw the trailer for Creature Commandos.
Oh, yeah.
Did you work on that?
Oh, freelance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just like cleaning up some of their designs. That's all it is.
Cool.
Still, it's pretty cool. It looks
Oh, it
interesting.
Cleaning up the designs, what does that entail?
It's just like inking like a pencil. That's what cleanup means. So they'll do a
So,
rough.
or like
We'll do a rough, and then usually
It'll make it
either
look
we send it
smoother.
out or in-house somebody will do a cleanup. So they needed people to clean up a few stuff to get on schedule, and so I did some.
That's for design or for like camera ready or for production ready?
Well, yeah, the cleanup goes to the animation studios, and they use that to animate with.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Well, if it's so it's like key design, so they'll look at the key, and then they'll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So somebody needs to clean that up, and then they give it to the paint department, and then they'll do the colors on it.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, so that's it. It's like I said, it's like an inker. An inker.
Ooh.
Inker for animation, I guess.
That looks like it'll be fun.
You guys like that giant Ant-Man? It's like, hey, look, Paul Rudd finally aged.
So was that really Ant-Man?
It was
That's
an
it.
Ant-Man. Yeah,
How'd he die?
They don't
Not
say.
sure.
It's just, but
But he
you know, if
died
you look at the
big.
background,
big
Oh.
form.
if you look in the background, there's all like helmets and shields, and I think I saw the arc in the back. The their plane and everything. And
Well, they had some of the Easter eggs in that they're in the void from like Loki.
yeah,
So they're in the void. So there was like I think wasn't there some Asgardian buildings in the background along with the
Yeah,
20th Century Fox logo and
yeah, that's pretty funny.
yeah. That pops up in there. I noticed the Thor helmet. It was like a weird Captain America shield. There was
Yeah, like an old shield. Yeah,
yeah. all kinds of stuff.
How much medicine do you have to take?
Me, that's another type of medication.
Good news. It's a suppository.
Yay!
That's never a good news. Ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of the new Futurama. I guess has it already started or?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Tomorrow is that Batman, right? The Cape Crusader.
Cape
Yeah.
Crusader.
I was excited about it.
I'm sorry, I killed it for him. I killed it for.
Why? What happened?
I don't know how I feel about this penguin issue. I don't know.
Female
Oh,
penguin,
the
mini driver.
female penguin.
Yeah,
I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know. It just
we don't know the context of it. It could be just like a bit character, you know.
Oh, it's mini
Well, I'm
driver.
really-
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I saw
I'm
the thing
really-
about there being a female penguin now, but
yeah.
Well, I'm waiting for
Well,
the series. The
Bruce Timm
Penguin.
worked on it, so.
so who's your favorite surprise?
I think we kind of talked about most of them already.
But who's your favorite?
As in, like, we're just happy to see, or just. I think it was like Blade for me because I didn't expect that one. Like some people said they got ruined by it because somebody leaked it, but I wouldn't expect it. So
I did my best to avoid all the spoilers, which I feel bad now as we're here giving out spoilers. But
Well, yeah, but we're warning. You know, it's
we
not
warned
like,
people.
There was a disclosure, so don't worry about it.
I don't know. I didn't even read reviews of it. I stayed away from everything
Yeah.
just to. But I didn't know how strong I would be. That's why I wanted to see it right away on Friday.
Yeah, same here. It's just like, huh? Oh, I turned it off.
I think I was happiest to see Elektra.
I like Jennifer Garner.
Electro was
She
good.
seems up-
Yeah.
And that's why, because I like Jennifer Garner. Yeah, the character wasn't necessarily that great, but I'm glad they gave Jennifer Garner some love, you know?
She still looks good.
Oh. I'm so sorry about Daredevil. No, that's okay.
The only Daredevil to me now is the one from Netflix / Disney Plus now.
And Charlie Cox is a good Daredevil.
He is. He's a damn good one.
When he was on She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing the
When
walk
he,
of
I
shame.
think, even when he popped up briefly in Spider-Man, you know, I was pretty excited
Yeah,
when
yeah, everyone got really excited for that.
Yeah, so I'm glad he got another shot at it. We're waiting to see if it's going to be any good, though. The production has me a little concerned with the. Was it Born Again, right? Isn't that the story they're doing?
Yeah.
which I kind of thought they already did on Netflix, but I guess they're redoing it.
Hopefully, it's not as bad as how they redid Star Wars.
Now, in the past, I have been a Star Wars apologist, but I mean, even after a while, you kind of have to admit that some of it has been flawed. But what are people's feelings about the Acolyte? Did anybody watch the Acolyte?
I did.
So much hate for that thing.
Drew just bounced.
Oh, he brought it up and he bounced.
Oh,
No, he's back.
See that? Lucasfilm got you. Disney saw you, man. We talking about Acolyte.
That's what it was.
Kill the
So he
speed.
brought it
Am
up and ran. I'm gonna bring it up. Okay, run away.
Am I back?
You're
back.
You're back, yeah.
You're back now.
Okay.
But you did drop right after you asked about the Acolyte.
Yeah,
That's
perfect.
That's scary. No, well, I mean, the thing is there was more that I liked in the Acolyte that I did than what I didn't. Like, there's a lot that I liked about it.
I think I liked what they were trying to say. I'm not necessarily crazy about how they did it.
Well, and my biggest gripe, and it's really my only gripe, is I just feel like they couldn't figure out the tone that they're going for. Like, there's all these parts with a lot of like slapstick humor, and then there's all this like grim death and like, all this stuff going on. And it just felt like some of the slapstick stuff I felt was really out of place. And it's like,
I think overall I liked it, but because I liked what they were going for, I'm just not sure they nailed the delivery.
I feel like they were having trouble figuring out who their audience was. I'm like, like are they trying to make it for older people, or are they trying to make it for kids? Because like the little rat dude, I felt like his goofy antics were pretty out of place. The droid like squirting oil in her face or whatever, all that stuff. I felt like it really didn't match the tone. I mean, like, this is a character that's like getting ready to assassinate and has already killed a bunch of people, and now they're doing all this like goofy, silly stuff, and it didn't match.
It's like Godzuki.
But hey, after marrying into the mob, I was glad to see a Star Wars Filipino villain.
Well, I mean, I think what's his name, Manny Jacinto?
Jacinto, yeah.
I thought he did great. I thought he was fantastic in it, and and I think the majority of the actors were all really good.
The only one,
like I said,
the only actor that was very wooden to me was Vanestra.
Yeah.
The green one. It's like,
yeah.
But I don't know if that's how they wanted the character to be portrayed. But she was always very flat.
Yeah.
And I've read some of the High Republic books. I like her character the Vanestra character in the High Republic books, but this is after that, and then she's more jaded now. And
well, I just felt like
overall I liked it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm making some comments, but overall I liked it.
I'm in the same camp. I think overall I enjoyed it. Like I said, I thought there was more that was good than what was bad, but the problems with the tone, it bugs me. It's like, you got to show like Andor, which is clearly, darker and aimed at, like, Andor is not aimed at 9-year-olds. Not to say that it's like explicit or anything, but it's just like it's not like kiddie Star Wars. You know, there's no Ewok dance parties in Andor. But
That's Endor.
yeah, but it's like the Acolyte. You know, it's dark and you know it's got all this like murder and killing and I don't know. It just felt like the silliness was way out of place. It just really took
Jackie
me out
and
of
Yord went out hard.
it. Yeah.
I think those are the most brutal deaths in Star Wars so far.
Yord definitely he got punked hardcore, but at least Jackie didn't go out like a biatch.
Which one is yours?
The one that kind of looks like Mario Van Peebles when he was younger.
Oh. Wait, he got his neck snapped, right?
Yeah. He got punked.
Well, that guy he's a Sith, so what do you expect?
But Jackie was hardcore.
Well, didn't she
Taking it back to Deadpool and Wolverine, Jackie was X-23.
Yep.
Well, didn't she get
And that
punctured?
was the thing that surprised me is like, I mean, I've seen pictures of her, you know, as an adult, but I didn't, you know, it's always kind of by herself, so I didn't have context. I didn't realize she was so short.
She has grown quite a bit though, because I forgot how young she was in Old Man Logan. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, she was like 11 when they started filming, and 13 when they finished, or something like that.
She looked like a little kid when they showed like those scenes when she was like young.
Oh, the flashback, yeah.
Yeah, it was like holy crap. I saw Logan, but I guess it's been a while. I'd forgotten how young she was.
They gave Hugh Jackman some meaty bits of dialogue and stuff, and you can see, oh yeah, Hugh Jackman can act. I forget about that. the scene where Cassandra's in his head and talking about what happened in his world. Yeah, all right. It's pretty hard.
I liked Cassandra Nova. I thought she was a good villain.
Okay, did her fingers freak you out?
I think it's supposed to, right?
When she was putting them inside him?
Even before she started sticking them in people, I was looking at her hands going, her hands look weird. It's like the last digit is too long, and they don't have the knuckles like they're supposed to. It's like,
and you know she doesn't wash that hand.
So they end up looking like Abe Sapien hands, you know, but pink.
Interesting. I have to take a closer look. That actor is on a show called Murder at the End of the World, which I really liked. I thought it was really good.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I know
it's on Hulu.
I know MS a they them. I found that out.
Oh yeah.
Not that it matters. I'm just.
Well, and the previews had the new Captain America movie. Who's Harrison Ford playing?
He is playing General Thunder.
President?
Yeah, General.
Oh, okay.
Now President Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross.
That's why they have that line in there that said you had to lose the president or lose the mustache or lose the presidency. Lose the election.
Then then of course you see the Red Hulk, so you know that's gonna be happening.
Yeah.
No,
That's
Red Hulk was General Ross.
Yeah.
Rick Jones for a little while was a blue Hulk. It was like a blue version of the Abomination. Yeah, he was a version of the Abomination.
Well, he was actually a Green Hulk too for a bit.
He was for a minute. He was a Green Hulk.
Remember a Yellow Hulk?
It's like Rick Jones and Bucky Barnes. No, not Bucky Barnes. Jimmy Olsen. Just their comic careers have been all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say for a minute, Rick Jones was a Bucky.
Huh?
And the Nova. He had the Nega bands for a while, and
Well, that was when he was with Captain Marvel. But yeah.
but I'm just what I'm saying is like for the side character, he sure had a weird weird
And
career.
he used to run around with Rom for a little while.
Yeah,
Rom.
Rom.
I'm gonna see that movie.
They just announced that they have an action figure coming to Rom. I'm excited.
Is it gonna
They
be a
just
good
did a
one, or is it gonna
comic
be like
not too long
the,
ago,
the
right?
remake of the comic and they made them all round? So that was weird.
No, it's like it's how he looked in the comics.
Oh, cool. Because that new one was terrible.
Yeah, is
I
it
guess-
a Marvel Legends figure? I think I saw it.
Yeah, it's a Marvel Legends figure, and
Nice.
I guess Marvel got. I don't know if they bought Rom or if they just worked out a licensing deal, because they just put out a big Rom hardcover omnibus collecting all the Marvel issues of Rom.
I think it's still a Hasbro property, right?
Maybe. And then, well, it was crazy because it was a Parker Brothers property, and then Hasbro bought Parker Brothers, so then they acquired it. But also, I think Marvel managed to work out a deal to license Micronauts again, because Marvel just put out a big hardcover edition of all the Micronauts stuff.
That's good. The fact that they're going back and re-releasing that old property gives you some hope that maybe we'll see it.
Can they just do a big G.I. Joe omnibus thing?
They did. That was like a Kickstarter,
Yeah.
but it's not Marvel though. It's was it Skybound or something? It's like an imprint of Image.
Oh, that's not the Marvel Comics? I thought that was the Marvel issues.
It's the Marvel issues. They got apparently they were able to get to reprint them.
Wow.
The Marvel issues. I don't know if they bought them or what, but yeah, it's coming out in a big omnibus. I thought about doing the Kickstarter, but I have a lot of those issues. I don't really need to I feel like I don't need to get them in another form.
Yeah, I think I have most of the ROMs, at least the initial ones.
I don't have a complete run, but I got damn near. I think the run went like 70 some issues, and I bet I've got about 65 or so. I love Rom. That was like one of my favorite comics.
Was it Ron Lim doing that one at the time?
Ron Lim?
Yeah, was it Ron Lim's Rom or?
No, Rom was had a bunch. Well, Sal Buscema did the most of them, and he illustrated a major chunk of the comic, and then usually he was inked by Aiken and Garvey, and then sometimes Aiken and Garvey would just do the art chores, but it was usually inking Sal Buscema. And then towards the end of the run, Steve Ditko was on it, and he did the last few issues. Wow. And I even think there's a couple issues that Ditko did that he's inked by John Byrne.
Wow.
Thomas had an interesting history.
I don't know. I mean, it's like it was a toy tie-in, but Bill Mantlo, who was kind of like he was sort of the king of like turning lemons into lemonade, because I think most people didn't want to work on toy tie-in comics, but Mantlo would like take this toy idea and then run with it, because he did the majority of the Micronauts run. That was a toy tie-in, and then he takes another toy. I think it was his success with Micronauts. They said, "Here's another toy for you to play with," and he ends up, running with Rom, and he did a hell of a job.
Uh,
Scritch. Get the ASMR drink and draw.
I like most ASMR. There's one subgenre of it that I do not like. That's the mukbang.
The what?
Mukbang.
What is mukbang?
When you
It's all
hear
the-
people eat,
Yeah.
you watch them and you hear them eat.
I don't know why, but I hate it. I hate hearing the sound of people eating. Like it makes me crazy. And
You
I
know,
don't.
Tiff loves that.
Some people really do. I don't know, but the eating sounds it irritates me and it grosses me out, and it does not. It does the opposite of what ASMR is supposed to do. It does not relax me at all.
Yeah,
Is it? It's supposed
it's
to be
gross to me.
Close your mouth when you're eating, or
But,
choose your mouth.
you know what? Yeah, like I hate if I'm eating with somebody and they gotta like really slap their lips together, you know, and all the chewing sounds. But it's what it gets me is my father. My father has a tendency to call me. Now, mind you, it's not like I called him and interrupted his dinner. He calls me while he's eating dinner. And he'll just call me up and he'll be like, "Hey, bud, just wanted to see how you're doing." And he's like, and I'm like, "Are you eating?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm having some chicken or whatever." And I'm just like, "Oh, I got to sit on the phone and listen to him munching on whatever he's having for dinner." It makes me crazy.
All right. I'm not coloring this one. There's the lineup.
Wow, that's fast. That's good.
Wow.
I'm just in sketch mode, so it is. And they couldn't draw it as wide as it is in the movie because I'm. So I had to group everybody closer together. Okay, let me see. Not 30 minutes. I can do a quick Cassandra fingering Deadpool.
That sounds hot.
It doesn't. Doesn't it?
Cool.
I'm not recording anything tonight. So. It's a little easier. I thought about doing the Calverine, but Calverine.
I'm sorry. So who is that red derp nightcrawler guy? That devil-looking guy?
I can't remember his name.
It's like Azazel or something like that, or
Yeah, I think so.
No.
ZZ Top.
That's kind of cool to see him bamfing in and out.
He was in one of the X-Men movies. I don't know. It's like it's from a period of the X-Men that a lot of people don't particularly like.
Right.
Like I think it was after Claremont left. There's a period where I think the writer's name was Chuck Austin,
Okay.
and a lot of people really hate the Austin run. And I think that character came out of his run. Not 100%.
Oh, I know what I was gonna ask. Remember, like, okay, so like, I guess at the end when they're confronting Cassandra, and then X-23 is climbing, she has the helmet in the bag, and
Yeah.
she gets roped. Was that supposed to be Psylocke who roped her?
That is Psylocke.
That is
Yeah.
Psylocke. Okay,
But it wasn't Olivia Munn.
yeah.
It was a different one, somebody else.
Yeah, I wasn't too familiar with all the all the different mutants at the end. They're all running in.
Yeah, there's no mid-credit scene, but they have that like an homage to all the Fox and Sony movies, right?
Right. Wolverine, you'll be you'll be with Disney for 90 years.
You'll be doing this till you're 90.
Yeah. Till you're 90. But yeah, the fact that they mentioned Mad Max, they quoted Mad Max, and like I said that Batman thing. And,
Oh, did you see the Fantastic Car?
yeah.
Yeah, the real Fantastic Car, not that bullshit that they drug out at Comic-Con.
Oh. Are we gonna talk about that tonight? The whole Doctor Doom thing?
No.
Okay.
That's why I asked if Robert Downey Jr. was in the movie.
No.
I mean, they mention him, but yeah, he's not in there. And there's like clips that show him, but yeah.
I don't know. I just everything I saw, not happy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this year, like I said, I didn't see too much of San Diego Comic-Con this year. Like there wasn't too many like revealing things.
Yeah, they're trying to get people to go again, so they're not sharing it much.
Well, I'm wondering if a lot of stuff is going to be for D23 instead.
Oh yeah, Disney's own. Yeah, right. I think they probably saved their best stuff for that.
There. Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me. You know, I don't know. Hawaii's own, what's his name? Dustin Creighton.
Dustin supposed to be.
Yeah, he was supposed to be doing the Avengers, and they took him off of that, and then they brought back the Russo brothers.
Yeah, is Dustin still going to be around for Shang-Chi 2, or they dropped that too, or what?
I mean, I guess if they're still going to do it, who knows what they're going to do?
I know. Kevin Feige reported said that there's not going to be an Eternals 2, which is kind of
good.
Shitty.
Well, I mean, I did not enjoy the Eternals, so if they don't want to continue that, that's fine with me. But I just feel like they've introduced some stuff in it that, like, now I wonder, like, are they going to do anything with it now, or was it all for nothing? They, you know,
Shouldn't
they,
somewhere on the Earth be that big ass celestial island?
I think they're going to address that in Captain America.
Yeah,
I
I think
believe.
isn't there? Doesn't it show up in the trailer, like in the background?
I don't know.
Time.
I didn't pay that close attention, but that's what I'm hearing.
I think there's a. If you look closely, when Falcon's flying around, and both the Falcon and Winter Soldier, or Falcon and Captain America are flying around, I think Time is in the background. The scene where he breaks the sound barrier.
I like Captain America. I like Anthony Mackie. I'm gonna go watch Captain America because I feel like I've invested already. But
Yeah.
I don't know. That's about the only thing I'm excited about. Everything else is like crap to me.
Well, like the Giancarlo Esposito as the
Sidewinder.
was it Sidewinder or something?
Sidewinder. He's the head of the Serpent Society.
Serpent Society. That's what I was. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what they're gonna do with that.
I'm as far as the Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom casting, it's like a mixed thing for me. Like he could do a fine Doctor Doom, but it's and I know there's a version in the comics where there's a Stark Doom storyline, but with the movie history, I think it just adds an unnecessary level of like, hey, wait a minute.
Well, I think the average moviegoer that are all that like these Marvel movies anyway is not going to be able to differentiate Robert Downey Jr.
Right. That's what I mean. It adds an unnecessary level of, hey, wait a minute, isn't he? That and the fact that reportedly he's getting paid like $100 million for it is like, no, fuck.
I think I heard 80 million was what they gave him. But yeah, that's
still
I don't know.
Bad. I mean, I like RDJ, but for that much money, they could pay the entire crew a couple million.
It's just I want the real Doctor Doom. I don't want Tony Stark as Doctor Doom. Like they're finally doing Doctor Doom, and it's not even going to be the real Doctor Doom. It's just some variant of Doctor Doom, and then it's going to be.
I'm with you.
And the sad part, if it doesn't do well, then it's like, oh, I guess it doesn't work, so we're going to just shelve it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's too bad.
I think Mr. Fantastic is going to be the bad guy.
Look, they already made the best Fantastic Four movie, and it was called The Incredibles. I'm not I don't know. I'm not excited about this take they're doing on it. It's like they made this weird 1960s car to be the Fantastic car, and yet we saw in Deadpool they could do the real Jack Kirby Fantastic car, and it looked great. So why aren't they doing that? Like, why do they gotta make this stupid Art Deco bullshit?
Was it something about them taking design aesthetics from Sid Mead?
Yeah, they looked at 1960s and 70s futurist designs. So it's supposed to be like a version of the future based off of what we thought they would be, in the height of the space program. But I like Sid Mead, but you got a futurist by the name of Jack Kirby who poured his heart and soul in those pages to draw some of the best stuff he ever did in his career, and they ignore it and just try to go in a completely different direction. So far, the only guy who's made any effort to try to acknowledge any of the Kirby flourishes was Taika Waititi. You know,
Yeah.
and
In Thor
and
Ragnarok.
it's like, and it looked amazing. It looked incredible. Ragnarok looked like a Kirby comic come to life, and nobody else has been brave enough to do that.
Tell them, Drew.
I'm sorry, I get furious about it.
Furioso.
Very
I
also.
mean, it's like, do they forget what they're making these movies? You know what these movies are based off of?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Because it's what they feel is gonna attract more eyes, right?
Yeah. I mean, this means that they don't have faith in the source material.
Yeah, I believe executives don't. They have faith in themselves and their decisions.
I don't know. They're the ones with the money. They're making this
Yeah.
thing, so.
Yeah.
And I don't think they really care if this stuff, you know, if it makes money, great. That's just more money to line their pockets. If it doesn't, well, then they just write it off on their taxes.
I think they do.
That's why, you know, the comics are the thing I love the most. And nothing they do to these movies is going to change how I feel about the comics.
I think the comics are much better.
Well,
mean-
I mean, it's like any book adaptation. The comics have more runway to tell a story than a movie does.
That's why they're better.
Unless it's a 8-part series.
Not even with an 8 parts.
I don't know. I mean, doing a lot of the Marvel ones like that, like Loki and WandaVision and all that.
Yeah, and some of those, you know, having that time to breathe, you know, is good for the story.
I think so. Instead of trying to cram it in like 2 hours, but wow.
No, you know, the doing it as a series, I thought was a smart thing, and I do agree with you there that it gives you better options for the storytelling. Gives you an opportunity to actually care about the characters. I think for the most part, I think a lot of the things that they did in the series were pretty sharp. But I don't know. Are they doing another season of What If?
Not that I know
I actually think they are.
of. Well,
I enjoyed What If. That's okay.
I enjoyed What If, and I was really happy to see them, you know, kind of venturing out. Although the 1492 story was kind of the what not 1492, 1402,
1601.
1601. That was. I
the
mean,
Neil Gaiman.
it's one of those. It's like just name it something else. Don't call it. It was entertaining, but it wasn't 1602, you know, or 1601.
Or 1602, I think is what it was. Sorry. No, I mean it was pretty different.
It was way different because they didn't have mutants to
1492.
bear out. Yeah, there's a What If season 3 because I remember seeing trailers. Because there's a Captain America Sam Wilson story in it. So you say I know I saw it, like a teaser.
It's funny because I noticed in one of the commercials for Deadpool and Wolverine that he had those gold-plated Desert Eagles. So
right.
when he meets Nicepool and you see those guns, I was like, "Oh, he's not gonna make it." So I could think was like, I remembered seeing, Deadpool with them in the trailer. So I was like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna lose them."
Can I have those? No, over my dead body. Live. He's not gonna make it.
How long does it take you to regenerate?
Regenerate. You know what he called you? He called you a maniacal maniac. I didn't say that.
That was pretty freaking funny.
I didn't even know what half of that means. Why would I say that? And then stay till the very, very end because there's a little thing at the end after the credits.
Yeah, it's one of those end credits that aren't, like future building. It's just for fun.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it wasn't really leading anywhere. Yeah. But that's why I was wondering if they're going to do another one because it's like, when during the credits and they were showing all these flashbacks of like all the earlier movies, I was like, oh, seems like it's like a wrap up or something.
I mean, in a way it is, but I don't know, but it also feels like it ended in a way that they could, do it again. I mean, look, we know that the multiverse is the it's part of the zeitgeist of our age. So,
sure,
they're gonna ram a multiverse, into the ground, and so we know that they're gonna do Secret Wars.
Right.
So I'm guessing Secret Wars is gonna be where we get all these characters from across the multiverse converge. At least, seems to me like the obvious thing, but.
I made an educated wish.
Lie to me.
I made an educated wish.
So Scott, are you gonna go see the movie?
Yeah, at some point. We were supposed to see it on Sunday, but we got all caught up with something else.
Well, it is the Lord's Day.
I marvel Jesus. That's why some people walked out.
I felt like he was more like Marvel's Forrest Gump.
Yeah. They said people walked out because of that.
Yeah. Like we didn't know what who this was about. It's the third movie. The other two weren't like that. Fuck off.
Didn't they say it also like on the Super Bowl commercial and everything?
They did.
Just looking for stuff to be mad about.
Yeah, they got fortunately the Olympics happened, so all those people are mad about that. It drew their attention away.
I guess it's not like the first Deadpool, like like right in the opening they have a full-on sex scene,
Yeah. I just came for the pegging. I didn't think they were going to use the Lord's name in vain.
Yes. Oh my.
Oh my.
But
How we doing on time? 14 minutes. Wrestlers.
how dare you desecrate the Wolverine? It's the best thing that came out of Canada.
Good Nickelback.
Rush.
Yeah, I was about to say Rush.
Was it April Wine?
Yeah.
That's not a favorite. The Guess
Who
Who?
in the movie?
Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Kids in the Hall.
As far as posting these, like I know we normally post them in the folder afterwards, but let's hold off for a little bit, Drew.
Okay.
So, unless you're drawing this as a spoiler, mine is.
I was gonna say, yeah, yours is a spoiler for sure.
Yeah, mine is definitely spoilery.
Yeah. What was Andrew?
So I'll hold off. I'll have now what you do on your own page. I don't, I can't dictate what you do on your own stuff. But I'm just saying on the Comic Jam folder, don't put them in there.
I do what I like.
That's right.
Too bad.
You're not my mom.
When did Wolverine rip the sleeves off of his costume? So I remember he had like sleeves and shoulder pads for part of it, and then I think he just sort of shows up and doesn't have any sleeves.
When they get ready to fight the Deadpool Corps.
Oh, okay, that's when he tore his sleeves off.
Yeah.
I like how Jackman recreated the meme of laying in his bunk looking at the picture.
Oh yeah, looking at the picture.
That was pretty great.
I didn't even register that when I was watching the movie until and you go back and you see all the stuff afterwards. Oh shit, he did. That's why I said I need to watch the movie again because I know there's a bunch of stuff I missed the first time around. Just
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. And when he reaches back and he pulled the mask, the cowl over. The first thing I thought was like, was that hanging up his back the whole time?
The whole time.
Yeah, it's one of those you want to go back and see if
I know. I want
there.
to go back and see if it's there because it just like out of nowhere, he just reaches back and puts the cowl on, and I was like, where did that come from?
That's awesome.
Oh, what's under here? Well, that took like 20 years. Do you get like air resistance with those wings?
It looked good, like
Yeah.
and again it's like all these years nobody had any faith in that costume. Nobody had any faith in that character. Oh, we want it to be more grounded. We don't want it to look like superheroes. We want it to be more like grounded in reality.
Well, that's because they gave the control of the movie over to people that didn't read the comics.
Like, why would somebody want to make that movie if they don't even? I don't get it. Like,
Money.
Cha-ching! I don't know why, but I don't agree with it.
Just like I don't know. I was curious how they were going to do like Captain America and Thor with the little wings on their helmets.
It pops up briefly, but yeah. But it's never.
Black pencil.
When I was a kid, I always thought that when Wolverine took off his mask and his hair looked like that, it was because he had the mask on. Because the mask kind of follows the same shape as his hair. So I always thought, like, oh, that's why his hair is like that. It's because of his mask.
It's like bedhead.
Yeah, it's definitely a choice on the creator's part there to make that hairstyle.
We'll do that with Bruce Wayne when he takes off the mask. He's got those 2 points.
Well, Dave Cockrum had been drawing the Legion of Superheroes, and because a lot of the designs that he used for the X-Men were ones that he had originally tried to sell to DC for Legion of Superheroes. Like Nightcrawler and Colossus were 2 ideas that he had made for the Legion, and DC passed. So he kept them and ended up using them for the X-Men. And the Storm, the costume that Storm wore was on a different character, but it was pretty much the same costume, and he just sort of incorporated that into the Storm design. But I think a lot of what Cockrum did with Wolverine was kind of what he probably was going to do for. There's a character in the Legion of Superheroes called Timberwolf. Timberwolf had that same kind of haircut. So.
Okay, as we're wrapping up here, you guys keep going. You got 5 minutes. But here's the schedule for next month. Next week is Eldritch Horrors. We make up all those weird supernatural creatures that are threatening the Earth in existence. Far Side, that's
I guess it's Gary Larson.
Gary Larson. That's my mind kept going to Groening when I said no, Groening Simpsons. So it's like Gary Larson. And then 80s Wrestlers for Ron on the 21st.
Yay.
And Jack Kirby's birthday, August 28th.
Yay!
King Kirby. So that's our schedule for next month. What's everybody else been working on lately?
I am trying to finish up my last page for Macabre Tales. And I've got like 4 panels left to finish inking it, and then I got to letter it. But it'll be done soon.
Cool. Ron, did you finish your story?
Yeah, I'm working on issue 2 now.
Yeah, Ron's an overachiever. He's been done. I think you were the first guy to finish, I think.
Nah, there was somebody else that finished before me.
GB Hibbins or something. Yeah,
Jason, is yours done?
I'm trying to finish this painting. I'm trying to finish this painting so I can do the Macabre Tales.
Jason, are you on the first issue or the second issue?
The second issue. She kicked me to the second issue. But I appreciate that, because there was no way I was gonna get it. Because I do what do you call it? Fix houses
Tybo.
and stuff.
Tybo.
I fix houses and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do construction?
Oh, just help out and stuff.
Oh.
Construction. I do painting. I replace toilets. I do anything and everything that has to get money.
He's all the village people.
So you're like part of the crew then. You know, when they have contractors come by, they have like crew, right? They bring a crew.
I thought you were going to go like, oh, you're one of those guys that hangs out in front of Home Depot?
No.
No, but they do the same thing. That's the crew they pick up, you know.
Yeah. Get in the truck. Let's go.
But you know what I mean, right? Those guys that the contractors bring with them.
Yeah.
The Mexicans.
That's what it is. Anyway.
Over there, they don't have that, eh?
I'm in a kind of a situation where I get kind of good benefits and stuff. So
that's good.
The person that I work for is my landlord, and I help him build houses.
Well, that's pretty good. Yeah.
So also, this right here is kind of a stress reliever of all that other stuff I do.
All right. You guys ready for last looks?
Yeah.
Well, construction is hard work.
It's time consuming.
I'll go first here I'm done. So here's my first one there with everybody, the crew. So we got X-23, Wolverine, Gambit, Blade, Deadpool, Elektra. and a burning car in the background. What kind of car was it again?
Honda Odyssey.
Honda Odyssey. All right.
Oh yeah,
There's
Sandy's there.
that. And then there's
Oh, that came out good.
Cassandra and
Yeah.
Deadpool.
There you go.
Wow, creepy.
Talk to the hand.
Man,
5-finger discount.
you massage
Oh,
your
you know-
brain.
You know, as they were in the void, there was these little creatures. They were like little blobs, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Those little.
They look
purple
familiar.
things.
I'm trying to remember where I saw them from.
Okay.
Totoro.
I don't know what they were. They were like little blobs, and like
They're like
circle
balloons
of-
with little bubble heads
Yeah.
that floated up
Yeah.
separate from the body. What about them?
No, I was just curious what they were.
I know they're from something. I just can't remember from what.
Adipose?
Adipose? Oh, from Doctor Who?
Yeah.
They were like ridiculously cute, but also kind of horrifying at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe there's those
Who's
little black creatures from the Max.
I'll go.
Oh, the is.
All right, here's Droopy Doo.
Is that what they called?
Chimichanga.
So I inked Deadpool with his chimichanga to go, and then I started penciling. So I have to ink it, but I gotta.
Oh, nice. Put them together.
Old school. Like it.
Yeah.
Daredevil I grew up with. Or the Wolverine I grew up with. I can't talk tonight. What the hell? My brain is not working. I feel like somebody massaged my brain with their fingers. All right, who's next? Jason's showing his. Here's Dogpool.
Wow.
Nice.
That came good.
Yeah, I haven't got the color of the legs and the belly, so.
Wait.
It looks good so far.
Mm-hmm.
Scott, ready? Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, that came out good.
Good job. Sandy, you got something to show?
Well done.
Yeah, good.
And John?
Oh, I
Last
didn't
one.
do Lady Deadpool. I should have done Lady Deadpool. So,
Isn't
got
there
that
a
one.
Gwenpool?
Here's
Yeah.
the Gwenpool.
later on,
The
yeah.
white, pink and white armor, or pink and white
Yeah.
suit.
Did she
Yeah,
show
true.
up?
No.
No,
Was he singing?
yep. I'm singing bye, 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 right? No.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That.
Good stuff.
And then-
another one.
Can't
Oh,
spell
that's
Hugh
not
Jackman without hug.
That's fun.
Yeah, he calls him Hugh too in the movie at one point.
On purpose?
Yeah.
So is that like a Star Wars Mark blooper?
No, this totally was like, it was, because he's breaking the fourth wall, so it's just like, he says like, come on, Hugh.
Did you ever see Disneyland one where Deadpool and Wolverine, the actors at the Disneyland park, two guys?
Real quick, if anybody has anything to promote, anything coming up? Nope. Okay.
Nothing.
Dracula 1944. Cocktails coming out soon. First one.
Yep.
Second one in progress.
Just start prepping for Comic-Con Honolulu.
Prepping for Comic-Con Honolulu. I got some email from Jen. What's her name? Suzuki.
Yeah.
for the Mililani Town Center thing.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Is that the autumn
All
one or
right.
the summer?
yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you. Same bad time, same bad channel. Next week, Eldritch Horrors.
Eldritch Horror.
All right.
Right. Thanks,
Say
everybody.
aloha.
Aloha.
Good night.
Yeah.
Sandy, I'm glad you could. Bye.
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 Sandy,
Bye.
Sandy, I'm glad you were able to join us. We missed you.
Yes, Andy.
I can't
Fix
make
it up.
Deadpool. It's like my favorite.
All right. You guys have a good night.
Night,
Take care.
Michael.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.